Shalom, this is Gamal out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the argument that pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, coming at you with a quick lesson. All right, and this is going to be centered around you are your own worst enemy. All right, in this faith, the only person that can really stop you is you. Okay. A lot of men that fall out of this thing is because their own selves defeated them. Okay. And I was just watching the brothers live stream on GMS in GMS Atlanta camp. All right, the camp down here. Brothers was going into, how basically you have to monitor what goes in your spirit, okay? And that's exactly right, because, if you don't monitor what's in your spirit, ultimately that's you destroying yourself, okay? Because there's two sides of yourself. There's two aspects of yourself. And those two sides is the flesh and the spirit, okay? Everyone has a internal struggle within themselves. Now, when you let the flesh win, that's ultimately, letting yourself defeat you. Okay. All right. Even as far as a matter of fact, let me just go straight into it. This is Galatians 5:17. Actually, I'll start at 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. All right. So walk in the spirit. This is what the scriptures are saying, is to walk in the spirit and to not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Okay. Because fulfilling the lust of the flesh is going to ultimately lead to your destruction. Okay. It says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Okay? So that's that internal struggle. Okay? The flesh against the spirit. Okay? And it says they're contrary to one another. Okay? And that's that's the hardest struggle of this walk, okay, which is defeating yourself, defeating that flesh, okay, defeating those desires, okay. Scripture say to be carnally minded is death, okay. As a matter of fact, I'll get it real quick. Romans 8:6, and actually this whole chapter, verse 8, it goes in, on this subject as far as the spirit, walking in the spirit. Okay. Romans 8:6, it's like it. Romans 8:6, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Okay. Actually, I keep going, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. All right, and just for a visual example, if you've ever seen TV shows, they depict a devil and an angel on your shoulder. All right, that's exactly what this is saying. Okay, that's exactly what the struggle is, because ultimately you do have a devil and an angel on your shoulder. Okay, you have demons that's constantly trying to knock you off, and trying to throw you off the course. Okay, and get you to submit to the flesh. And then on the right hand side you have the spirit, okay, and the angels that are that are on the right hand side that are pulling you towards righteousness. Okay. All right. So this is the struggle. Okay. This is you're your own worst enemy. The only person that can defeat you is you. Okay. Which, that flesh is not you. You've been conditioned to think that the flesh is you. You take on this name, and you took on your name, you took on different beliefs, and different attributes, different characteristics about yourself, and you believed it for so long, but that's not who you really are. That's just the flesh. That's your carnal flesh. Okay. Who you really are is spirit. You're spiritual. Okay. And you have to remember who you truly are. Okay. Which we are spiritual. We're spiritual beings. And we're not just carnal animals. Carnal domestic animals. All right. So let's see. Matter of fact, I'll keep going. So then, let me see. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his. Okay. So if you don't have the Spirit of YAHAWASHI, then you ain't his. Okay. And it says, if you're not in the flesh but in the Spirit, then the Spirit of the Most High is in you. Okay. And like I said before, these bodies are gonna lead you to death. If you're constantly giving into the flesh and giving into the desires, as a matter of fact, let me find that. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it, Salakia. As a matter of fact, yeah, this is it. 1 John 2:16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes. Okay, so there's a lot. That lust of the eyes there's a lot in this world to marvel over. Okay, we look at beautiful beautiful riches and beautiful different cars and houses and beautiful women, and of course we want these things, but that's the lust of the eyes. Now let's see what else this says. It says, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. So there's a clear distinction there. Okay. And if you are fulfilling the lust of the flesh and fulfilling the lust of the eyes, right, then that's the pride of life. Okay. You're basically you love life. Okay. You like your captivity. You like this position. You begin to love the world. Okay. And if you read verse 15, it says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Okay. So, it's important that we don't love this world. Okay. We don't attach ourselves to this world, because ultimately this world is going to pass away. As a matter of fact, read verse 7. I'm going to read verse 17. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. Okay? So this is the Spirit. The Spirit is going to allow you to abide forever. But if you're living according to the world, if you're fulfilling the lust of the flesh, fulfilling the lust of the eyes, okay, then that's going to lead you to death. We just read it. For to be carnally minded is death. All right. So, and the scriptures also talk about mortifying your members as well. So you're your own worst enemy, okay? Because the flesh is going to constantly put thoughts into your mind, which is really the spiritual demon Satan. The spiritual demon Satan, can plague your thoughts, okay? He can influence your thoughts, all right? And that's where demons come from, okay? But